Hello everyone, my name is Tian Hatting. I'm producing this short series of 4 videos on apartheid. And in this video, we are going to look at what we can find in American society at the moment. So here we are dealing with the third uh, part of this series, and we will be looking at American society. As in the previous videos, I will be making use of screenshots from my personal website, tianhatting.com. Use them as prompts. We don't have time in these videos, so I would encourage you, go and have a look at my website. On the dashboard you can find a link to apartheid, and there you can find the whole essay that I have compiled on the subject. The history of white people, Europeans in America, is linked to the Church of England. And I would remind you that I said that religion played a major role in the forming and the birth of apartheid. So this is how the history of Europeans in North America started. And first of all, we have to look at the people of America. It's basically what we are talking about when we talk about apartheid, is the separation of people. So let's look who can we find in America today. Over the years, millions of people from all over the globe followed the first settlers, and one of the main arteries, of course, was Ireland. So there are a few, not a few, many famous Americans that were Irish. Nine of the people that signed the Constitution were of Irish descent, and 19 of the American presidents are proud to be called Irish. Germany, for you that are not very familiar with American history, the guy on the left is General Custer. I think everybody knows the guy on the right with the handsome hairstyle. But there were other Germans, Werner von Braun, who built the rockets for the spaceships that went to the moon. Neil Armstrong, of course, very famous. From Scotland, I'm not going to tell you who these people are. Let's leave it as a quiz, but they were all Irish. From Africa, it's not a very well-known fact that actually the slaves that went to America from Africa were a very small part of the total slave trade. Most of the slaves went to the West Indies, where they were employed on the sugarcane farms, and then a large portion of them were taken to South America. Let's talk about the people from China. According to the 2010 census, 3.8 million Chinese-born people in the US. So Chinatown is a familiar sight in many cities. Even South Africa has made a contribution to the diversity of American society, two very familiar faces, and one of them, of course, constantly in the news these days. Then we have the Hispanic or Latino communities. Um, you can go and read some interesting facts about these people. Um, According to a newly released US Census Bureau population estimates, the US Hispanic population reached a record of 60 million in 2019. Um, all of these immigrants resulted in the United States of America becoming one of the most diverse societies in the world and is often described as a nation of immigrants. Then in 2009, something happened. Barack Obama was inaugurated as the 44th President of the United States on January the 20th of 2009. Conservative European Americans took note of all the above changes happening in their country and became very worried. Especially those without a college degree, worried that blue collar jobs will be taken from them by the incoming immigrants who are prepared to work harder for less. They also worried that Spanish would become an official language in the US. They worried that the shifting demographics would marginalize them into a minority group. But most of all, they worried about the thing called socialism. They worried that they would have to share their tax dollars to be used to provide improved housing, education, health care, and working conditions to the masses. So that is, in short, how I see the American society. In the next video, we will talk about Trump. So with that, we get to the end of this video. Um, and in light of the pandemic, as always, stay safe.